Okay, I should be streaming. Hello. Or it's been a while. Life has been busy, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't want to finish 9-bit. I'm gonna miss 9-bit. I need them to announce the sequel already. So we're gonna be doing Yukimaro's route. Yay! That means which means I cannot multitask. Yeah, I'm gonna do the common route. Anyways, uni started again, so I've been busy with that. I chose the give up function. I gave up and faced Yukimaro. Please don't follow me home. I was clear and firm in my rejection, but for some reason he smiled. Well, why is he smiling? Wait, it's been so long, I don't remember how I set up my stream. His joyous smile threw me off. Honestly, looking at him like this, he just looks like an ordinary person. I immediately shook my head. Just don't follow me home. I pulled my hand away from his and immediately started to run. If this was a dream, I wanted to wake up. I felt like the only way to do that was to push him away. I did my best not to turn around and look at him as I ran out of Tsukumo Shrine. Ouch. Gimme, bye. Go back. If I obey his command, I may end up being even more in trouble. I refuse to tell you. I was undeniably scared, but I resisted with all my being. He stared down at me so close with a threatening glare, and I found myself unable to resist. It's Misa! I felt pathetic for putting up so little resistance, but in the end, I folded. His face was sharp as he glowered what? At me with a narrow eye. Okay. I think this works. Kind of. I think it might work better. The three of us started to get loud again. Bring them food, cause Yukimaro. Timmy! 我帮你放回去啊. I looked over at Yukimaro and let out a sharp breath. Actually, I can't maybe, because I don't know if this will like block this out. Okay. I looked over at Yukimaro and let out a sharp sigh. Breath. Okay, I'll bring you guys some food. And Goharu, if you're gonna complain about that, do it to Yukimaro's empty stomach.
Oh, さすが主様。わかっておられるの。ったく、ユキマロを甘やかしてもいいことねえぞ。
If you'll quiet Yukimaro down, I frankly don't care what else happens. With that, I left the room. I sadly went down to the living room to survey things. Mom's not here. Maybe she's in her room? Given everything that had happened, I really didn't want to run into her. Ah! Yukimaro's voice called out from right behind me, and I jumped in response. You followed me. I quickly gave up trying to shoo him back to my room, and we quietly walked towards the kitchen. Luckily, the food I didn't eat was still on top of the counter. Mom must have left it out for me. She even rubbed it up. I can warm the food using the microwave. I wonder if he wants rice. Hey, Dimi, Dimitri's walking on my keyboard and he hit record. I hope the stream's still okay. Should be okay. Dimi! Dimitri's like Yukimaro. This one I realized. Hey, so does Spirit eat human food? I looked at him from the kitchen to see him waiting excitedly. Offerings? Yukimaro, you're a guardian spirit, right? I don't know much about spirits, but are you like enshrined somewhere? Sakai did tell me that guardian spirits are spiritual beings who make you happy, but I never really heard of them being enshrined. Yukimaro squinted as if he was reminiscing about something from long ago. Whoa. There seemed to be a deep meaning behind his words, but I didn't want to pry. So he used to be enshrined, but now he's the guardian spirit in training? So you're officially in training. When do you become an official guardian spirit? Oh, we get to graduate him into officially being a guardian spirit. He pointed his fan towards me and I couldn't help but pull away. I see. So that's why I'm the key. But does that make me on the job training? When I finished warming the food, I put the plate and bowl of white rice in front of Yukimaru. This is just leftovers, but here you go. He sat down in front of me and happily started digging in. I wonder, for people who can't see him, would the plate of food just be floating in the air? If mom saw this, I was suddenly filled with worry. I'll just have to find a way to play it off if it happens. Made with love? My mom never expected us to cook for her, no matter how busy she was. She would always make dinner. Despite being tired from work, she even thought about how to make us a healthy meal for us. And yet, I told her I didn't want to eat it. I take my mom's kindness for granted. I gripped my knees and the realization hit me. Huh? Yes. I was summoned by my mother. Give me 1 second. What does he mean by that? As I mulled those thoughts over in my mind, Yukimaro pushed the plate over to me.
とりあえず母上の言う通りきちんと食べるのは必要じゃぞ。
Yukimaro smiled, and I couldn't help but to smile back. In that case, do you mind if I have a few bites of your food, Yukimaro?
よいよい。誰かと共に食べる食事ほどうまいものはない。
Aww. I brought a pair of chopsticks over and took a bite of the food that Yukimaro offered. A delicious and gentle flavor spread through my mouth, making my heart feel warm. You're right, this is delicious.
良い笑顔じゃ。久方ぶりに腹がいっぱいになりそうじゃな。
I never thought a spirit would cheer me up. But having spent some time together with these spirits, I feel like I was starting to understand them. He doesn't seem like a bad spirit. Seeing his smile, I found myself thinking kindly of him. Oh, look at those legs! Or feet. I'm not a feet person, I swear. How do I do Ken's? Ken has a very unique, tone in his voice. It sure fills me up with relief to see her eat while looking so content. Earlier, she seemed so dejected. It was nice to see her looking happy. As I stared at her, she suddenly looked bashfully up at me. Could you not stare so much? It's kind of hard to eat when you're doing that.
では我慢してもらおう。我の栄養補給中なのでな。
Replenish your nutrients?
主様の笑顔が我にとって栄養なのだ。
In that case, I'd rather you just eat. She still doesn't get it. Her smile is like no other form of nutrition. I wish she would just smile even more. I wish it from the bottom of my heart. As a guardian spirit in training, I've made so many mistakes. Nothing really had gone well up till now. But I feel like her and I are a good match. I know we are a good match.
主様、これからよろしく頼むぞ。
Where did that come from? She stared back at me, visibly confused by my declaration. This is only the beginning. Aw, that was nice. Yukimaro always demands food because he wants Misa to eat. He cares about us! Yukimaro! I feel like for all of the worlds, I'm playing the character I like more on the second go in the world. Who is this? Goharu? No? Kind of godly? Who am I talking to? Kind of godly? He looked more like a god rather than a guardian spirit. He had this super lavish kimono. Honestly, that was pretty surprising. Thinking back on it, it really was. Oh, sad.
想像していたのと違うかも。着物は着物なんだけど、地味な感じかと思ってた。でも結構はっきり覚えてるんだね。もっとおぼろげに見えるのかなって。
I don't remember all the details. All I can recall is that he seemed kind of godly. Hey. Did I just hear someone laugh? Don't tell me. Is Yukimaro watching me from somewhere?
何キョロキョロしてるの？あ、座敷わらしがまた現れるんじゃないかって不安なんでしょ。
Well, yeah, I mean, all of this happened yesterday. Although Psycho was on the right track, she was wrong about the specifics.
私も会ってみたいな。どこで会ったんだっけ？
Well, I guess I could tell her the location. I seriously can't remember. It was like all of the previous good choices gave me I had intended to watch her from the shadows, but instead overheard a conversation that turned to me.
神々しさは未だ健在か。主様も嬉しい評価をつけてくれる。
I no longer held such power, but it seemed like my demeanor remained unchanged. He was a god. It had been quite some time since someone called me godly. It made my heart skip a beat.
主様は見る目があるお人のようじゃな。人間性が良いと見える。
But I shouldn't get carried away. I shook my head to calm down. Just because she praised me doesn't necessarily mean she's a good person. I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Wait, what? Oh, you're doubting Misa. Interesting. However, her aura doesn't seem to be that of a good person. What does that mean? Her aura doesn't seem that... Are you saying I'm a bad person? I think I'm a bad person, but I don't know about Misa. Indeed, I was very glad to have chosen her. Now I understood why that Tengu girl had been following her all this time.
とりあえず学校が終わるまで見守るとするかな。
Interesting. There are some implications there. Okay, I'm gonna have to like replay every single rap. Especially the urban legend ones. Because I feel like I'm starting to forget of it. Yukimaro! Cool, so I'm gonna check. Okay, yes, I am. Hey! Okay, I didn't mess up. So I didn't have a particular reason to go anywhere, so why don't we all go home? More than anything, I just want to find a way to make Yukimaro quiet down.
おお、我を尊重してくれたか。ありがたき幸せである。
Okay, that's a bit much.
俺はちょっと散歩したいから先に帰ってろ。
With that, Koharu walked off. It seems as though Toka too had
僕
plans.
も他の人間を見てこないといけないので、ちょっと出かけてくるです。
And just like that, he was gone. In the end, only Yukimaro and I were left to walk home together.
さて、我らは家に帰ってアニメじゃ。
You like Tonoda Maru that much?
それはもう一目惚れであったからの。
Seeing Yukimaro so happy, I felt relieved to have chosen to go home. Yukimaro and I walked side by side, talking about anime as we did.
テレビは本当に面白いの。昼ドラもよく見たものだ。
As I walked with Yukimaro, I knew we'd be home in no time. Yukimaro mentioned he would occasionally drop into people's homes to watch TV.
途中で番組を変えられることもあっての。何度も悔しい思いをしたものだ。
I couldn't help but laugh. I didn't know Spirit enjoyed TV so much. As I thought of this, I noticed my footsteps slowed as we approached home.
の主様、少しこの辺りをぐるっと一回りしてもよいか。
Huh?
我はこの町に来たばかりでの。見て回りたいのじゃ。
He was so eager to watch anime before. Was he doing this for me? I sensed the intentions behind his offer and felt truly touched by his kindness. I was hoping to do the same.
おお、それは奇遇じゃの。主様とは気が合うようじゃ。
I wonder how much of it is real.
そうじゃ。この二人きりの機会、我に聞きたいことはないか？共に過ごす仲なのだから、いろいろと知っておいた方が良いだろう。
I don't know. I know this is going to be something small, but... Dude. Yukimaro, do you have a favorite food? I asked, and Yukimaro folded his arms, groaning.
どうだろうな。嫌いな食べ物がないから全部好きなのかもしれん。
You like pudding! Just kidding. Really? There's nothing that you like more than anything else?
それならあるぞ。甘いものだ。甘いものだったらいくらでも食べられる。
sounds just like me. There's this place near the station that has the best parfaits. The matcha parfait I had the other day was amazing. As I spoke, he suddenly grabbed my hand.
主様、今度ぜひとも連れて行ってほしいのだ。
His eyes glimmer from behind his white grin. Something shine. You're drooling. I think you're getting a little too excited.
興奮せずにいられるか。主様、絶対に連れて行ってくれ。
His reaction was predictable, but it still made me laugh. Talking with Yukimaro sure is fun. We let the exciting topic of ice cream desserts brighten our mood as we continued to chat. I don't remember this option. After seeing those things and running away, why is my screen so bright? I started to wonder what my mom thought of me. Is my mother hurt right now? In response to my question, the 10-yen coin immediately moved to yes. Yukimaro, who has been standing over me, looked unsatisfied.
主様は母上の愛情を疑っておるのか。愛する娘とあんな風になったら親としては当然傷つくであろう。
That certainly is true. In truth, I already knew the answer from the question and decided to refocus. I stopped it. Okay. The tamagoyaki. It's different, no, it's addicting. It tasted different, kind of addicting actually.
その感想、珍味かよ。まあ、食い慣れた味の方がいいよな。
I didn't mean it that way. I mean that because it was different from usual. I liked it. It was a nice change of pace. Gah, why am I having such a hard time expressing myself with him? Maybe I should have just said it was delicious.
ま、気が向いたらまた作ってやる。
You're really good at cooking, aren't you, Koharu? Turning down every single one of Koharu's options. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Koharu. Oh, I feel like, is that... Oh, that... I should have said... I feel like that was where Toka's route starts, right? I'll be right, so please don't worry anymore. I called out to him since I didn't want to worry him anymore. But Koharu didn't answer. He only smiled wildly back at me. No matter what I do, I think Koharu's gonna be worried about me. After talking with Koharu, I noticed a few students starting to run. I don't know why, when I don't talk, my mouth opens. I can't win with you tomorrow. Is there no bad ending, common route ending for the spirit worlds? I feel like I haven't gotten like the insanity thing yet. Yukimaru, will you come with me to get some fresh air? I'm glad to hear you say that. As I ponder where we should go, Yukimaru pulled on my sleeve. Apparently, he wanted to take the lead and pull me along as we began to walk. With no destination in mind, Yukimaro and I strolled through the town. We talked about simple things and steered clear of talking about my future career. That's right, I have a question for him. There was something I have been wondering about since we first started spending time together. This is where I save. First save of Yukimaro Route. Woo! Spirit. Yukimaro, you seem like you have a lot of spirit acquaintance and friends.
それがのう、我ほどの知性と教養があるあやかしは敬遠されがちなのだ。
Intelligent? Culture?
我がひとたび現れて絡むと、皆そそくさと逃げていっての。
Yukimaro sighed, and I couldn't really understand why. What do you mean, get involved?
いつもと変わらぬぞ。小春や東華殿といる時のような感じじゃ。
Intelligent, cultured. I don't really get it.
まあ、万人には理解できぬのであろうな。この我は。
Right, that I can understand. The rest I don't get. Honestly, how are we supposed to have a conversation at all? He seems so aloof. Yukimaro truly is not spirit. Man, don't slander him like that. Jeez. Do you like any other anime besides Tonodomaru?
おお、それなら山のようにあるぞ。我にアニメを語らせれば100年はかかるだろうな。
Then let's talk about something else.
なんでなんだ。頼む、話させてくれ。
Then try to shorten it to 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but 100 years is too long. Okay, go now.
3分は短すぎるぞ、主様。そんな短い時間で語れるものなどダサく。よいか。アニメは3分では語れぬロマンとラブ、そして
Love.
時に物悲しさがあってもうカタルシス効果がたまらんのだ。それにアニメとは一口では言い足りぬほど映像や音、そして描写、声も重要じゃ。演出が来た時なんて。
He is a man of culture, true culture. Okay, that was 3 minutes. You didn't mention a single title.
好きな話題なのに、大好きな話題なのに。
Oh my god, her voice acting is amazing. I'm never bringing up anime again. Poor Yukimaru. Do you have any hobbies, Yukimaru, besides watching TV?
テレビ以外と言われれば映画じゃな。
That's not that much
最
different.
近もショッピングモールに入っておる映画館に行っての。あれは傑作であった。
Were there 2 spirits there? If it's that good, I want to see it too. What's the title of the movie?
いや、内容はつまらんホラー映画なんだが、近くで見ていた着物姿の幽霊がな、びっくりするほどリアクションが良いのだ。
Ow! Koharu! Not Koharu. Kureha mentioned. Ah!
それもっての。
Koyo!
着物の幽霊を見て笑っていた。
I feel bad for the girls in the
お
kimono.
お、そうじゃ。その二人組はよく映画館に
Yes,
持っての。
please.
今度主様も共に行こう。
Yes. I can't see ghosts. And even if I could, I prefer not to. So really, your hobby is ghost watching and not movie watching.
おお、それも新たな趣味の一つとしよう。
Maybe it's just best to say Yukimaro has a lot of hobbies. That was amazing. Oh, Kureha Koyo, you are so precious to me. That healed my soul. Just like. You seem like you have a lot of weakness, Yukimaro.
なんと失礼な。完璧な我には苦手なものなどない。それは物も人もあやかしもじゃ。
I see. So, is that why you always avoid eating your tomatoes?
我の中であれは食べ物ではない。故に我に嫌いな食べ物はないのだ。
That's very long for just tomatoes are not food. He basically said like he hates tomatoes or something. That doesn't make sense. Of course tomatoes are food. Look, it's fine if you don't want to eat your tomatoes, but don't slide yours over to my plate, okay?
なんと見抜いておったとは。主様も鋭いの。
What are you talking about? And anyone would notice if after eating everything they find something new on their plate.
ご承じゃ主様。そのこと小春には何とぞ言わんでおいてくれんか。
No, I'm gonna snitch on you. Don't worry, I hate the tomatoes, but be sure to eat them next time, okay?
我の中であれは食べ物ではない。故に我に嫌いな食べ物はないのだ。
Is he a robot? I'll have to ask Koharu about this. So you are going to snitch. Jeez. I think there's just love left. Hey, what? Wait, go back. Did I not load? Go back. I skipped instead of loading. Love. I wanted to ask, do spirits even fall in love? Do you guys even date?
興味がおありか、主様。
Considering I'm aiming for your route, yes. Oops, I guess I got his hopes up.
あやかしも人間同様、恋愛はするのだぞ。我も恋多き男として名を馳せたものだ。ははは。
Wait, love affairs. Oh, I didn't expect that from you. You never struck me as a romantic type.
なんと、このイケメンあやかしを捕まえておいて、そんなことを言うとは。
I'm the one captured here.
主様もそのうち、この我の魅力に気づいて、胸がドキュンなのだぞ。
I didn't mean that. What are you talking about? I don't know whether my heart will be put in your hands, but I do know that you're charmed. You're a very kind and warm-hearted spirit. Excuse me?
これは主様にしてやられるのもそう遠くないかもしれんな。もし我が主様を好きになったら、その時は猛アタックを決めるゆえ、よろしく頼むぞ。
Yukimaro patted my head. What was that? My heart suddenly skipped a beat. Yukimaro is dangerous. I need to turn off the stove. better. Let's move that. After Master fell asleep, I snuck into her room to see her. She's resting in peace. Wait, that's morbid to say. I watched over her, petting her gently. Why? What are you doing? Earlier, I did something I knew she wouldn't like. But it was necessary. She was about to tell her mother what she had decided. And if she did that, she'd be bounded to her fate for good. Perhaps my actions were selfish, which is why I felt so guilty, and I didn't come back until she was asleep. Now she's gonna be fighting demons, literally, Minami, since Toka's power doesn't work anymore. I whispered my wish into the cool air. Maybe she's having nice dreams since she seems to be smiling big. I want to protect that smile. That's what I wish for most of all. What happened? What did you do? I remember you stopping her from telling her mom. But how? I forgot. The last. That's my spirit guardian! That's my spirit guardian! And that's why you're my spirit guardian. Wait, that's why you're my guardian spirit. I turned and smiled at Yukimaro. His face lit up with joy upon seeing my smile. Ah! Stop. A full kind of body illustration of Misa's outfit. I'm going to copy that outfit. I want to see if I can find a jacket like that. But hey! I was both surprised and embarrassed by his sudden closeness. Too close, too close.
初めて認めてくれたのだぞ。この我が主様の座敷わらしであると。主様、必ずや幸せにしてみせるぞ。たとえ何年かかってでも。
I can't spend too long thinking about this. Besides, you can't even stick around here forever, you know.
主様が何と言おうとそうするのじゃ。
Wow, he's the same as ever, but thank you. I haven't felt this positive in a long time. Please, keep watching over me.
なんと嬉しい言葉の嵐。
Yukimaro's face flourished with delight as his face came even closer to mine. I could almost feel his breath. As he got close, suddenly Yukimaro was yanked away. No, Koharu, no! He looks so pissed! Koharu stood there, visibly upset, holding Yukimaro's by the collar. Koharu looked agitated, but Yukimaro popped out his chest defiantly. A bus? You mean a kiss? What is he trying to pull here? Guys, you remember outside, right? I'll look crazy again. You're jealous, spirit. It's like that meme. Who is this? No, this is about Sayaka. I mean, I've always been there for Sayaka. Perhaps he thought it would be always like that. Is that why she's so upset? She can't imagine us being apart. In response, Koharu shook his head.
それはちょっと違うんじゃねえか。当たり前じゃないと分かっていたから不安を抱えていたんだろう。
He had a point. Saka specifically said she thought I was doing it for what my mom wanted. I didn't think this. Yukimaro perspective. Okay, we're locked in, I think. Despite watching Tomonodomaru in the living room, I couldn't stop thinking about Master. His voice is so cute. I found myself remembering those words. Honestly, it's the first time I've been able to fulfill my role as a guardian spirit so well. Previously, people didn't take me seriously, or they wish I would leave. It was terrible. But this time, I was determined to succeed. I had to succeed. I'm committed to making her happy. As much as I wanted to do that as a guardian spirit, it felt like it might also be because of Misa. Yet, the Sayaka situation was somewhat concerning. It seems like her career path moving forward was far from settled. Lost in thought, I suddenly gasped. And I feel like I might do Toka's stream in one day. Because there's only, what, seems like 2 chapters. So I feel like Toka's route will be quick. So this stream and then one more Yukimaro stream. While I wandered around the shopping mall looking for something to give to Sayaka. Oh, Yukimaro! I wasn't expecting to run into him here. What brings you to the mall, Yukimaro? I couldn't help but be curious about what the spirit would be doing at the mall. Can we go? I wanna go! I wanna go see Koyo and Kureha. A movie? I blurted the words out loud, then quickly covered my mouth. Everyone here is gonna think I'm crazy. I quickly glanced around, relieved to see that nobody else seemed to notice my outburst. You're just gonna poof into dinner, and then people's not gonna question it? Yukimaru transformed, immediately blending into the rest of the crowd. Thanks for that. Guess he plans to get in for free. I mean, he doesn't really have money. I suppose it makes sense that he likes going to movies. He's crazy for TV. What movie are you planning to see? Yukimaru smiled broadly as he answered. That makes sense. I didn't even know there was a new Tonodomaru movie. It seems like Yukimaru was turning me into a very knowledgeable Tonodomaru fan with each passing day. Sure, I'd love the company, as long as you don't mind shopping for gifts. Mind shopping for a gift for Sayaka. The two of us began walking through the mall of various shops. Oh yeah, there was something I wanted to ask him. Hobbies! Bless you, Yukimaro. I would kill to be in your position to be able to see what those two were doing. I like my number 1 and my number 2. Eee, okay, we're locked in. I turned around and saw Yukimaru. Sorry, but when it comes to my future, I really think there's something I really do think this is something I have to decide for myself. was just going to do some research
そ
online.
のようなものを見ているだけでは主様のお眼鏡にかなう夢は見つからぬ。
True. With that, Yukimaro closed my laptop. So, how do you suggest I find what I want to do, Yukimaro? I thought he might have a plan. So I glanced up hopefully at him.
明日も休みなのだろう。それなら我と出かけよう。題名は夢を探して。
His eyes sparkled like children. His eyes sparkled with children-like hope and excitement. I couldn't help but laugh. This all seemed very Yukimaro. Whenever it came to me, he went above and beyond. He's such a lively and dependable spirit. I feel like as long as I'm with you, I'll find something. I smiled, and Yukimaro's expression brightened even further.
そうだろうそうだろう。今すぐでも良いのだぞ。
It's the middle of the night. Let's start tomorrow.
それじゃあ朝6時に出発じゃ。
That's too early.
ではこのだまるを見てからにするか。
This kind of back and forth was beginning to feel regular to me. The brightened atmosphere he created always filled me with a sense of peace. He was the reason I was able to stay so positive. Yukimaro. I looked at him serious and bowed. Thank you so much. I'm totally lucky to have you in my life. Yukimaro's face erupted bright red and he began to fidget nervously.
それは我にとって最上級の褒め言葉と分かって言うて。
Oh, is that so? I guess it is, huh? I didn't realize.
心がこもっておらぬ。
Yukimaro reminds me of Mieno. But no, I was gonna say a bit more dramatic, but they are both dramatic. I was gonna say childish, but I guess Yukimaro. No, it's just that they're like special interests. They both have like special interests in something. They're both like dogs, and they're both very cute. He seemed shocked by my reaction and collapsed like liquid onto the floor. I'm so sorry. That's not the case at all. If anything, I just say that because I meant it.
どうか我をもてあそんでおるのではなくて。
Toying with you? Never. Please, trust me. Yukimaro quickly recovered, flashing me a grand smile as he stood up. He stepped forward and took both of my hands in his. His sudden approach and the way he held my hand in his made my heart skip a beat.
主様の言葉嬉しく思うぞ。しかと心に焼き付けた。
Does it mean you're happy?
嬉しいに決まっておる。我をそのように言ったのはお主で二人目だ。
Who's the first one? Second? Well, he is a guardian spirit. I guess it makes sense that someone else had said that to him.
主様は我との出会いを幸運というが、それはこちらも同じ。我も主様に出会えて幸運じゃ。このような気持ちになるのは久方ぶり。ありがとう、ミサ殿。
Misa, don't know. Oh, sure. Him calling me by my name made my heart race even faster. He always calls me master, but hearing him say my name feels different.
しかし、なんとも不思議な人よのう。我の心を翻弄してくるとは。幸福を与えてやりたいと思う一方で、離れがたくなってしまう。
Oh. That's when I remembered something I'd long since forgotten. That's right. Eventually, I'll have to say goodbye to him. I felt a chill run through my heart. I gripped Yukimaro's hand even tighter.
主様、そのように手をギュッとされると、ときめいてしまうではないか。
Why do you have that face? His word made me gasp, and I immediately let go. Oh, that was just,
よいよい、すべてわかっておる。
He nodded, and my heart pounded even more. Do you really know?
手に取るようにわかる。主さんも我にときめいてくれたのであろう。
That's not true at all. I spoke seriously. Yukimaro looked as though he has been struck by lightning before comedically falling onto the floor again.
ひどいのだ。我をときめかせておいてもてあそぶとは。
Could you not yell at it? People might get the wrong idea. Gosh, Yukimaro. But he wasn't wrong. I reacted that way because he said my heart had fluttered. And I only hope he wouldn't hear the rapid beating. Up to fun. The next day, I haven't had a good night's sleep in ages. Today, I was supposed to research my career path, but I wonder where we'd end up going. I kept thinking about it as I got ready. Once then, I headed down to the living room. Once there, I saw Koharu was in the kitchen preparing breakfast. Sorry, let me help.
いや、いい。もう終わるからな。だから座って待ってろ。
Feeling guilty, I did as I was told and sat down. I glanced over to see Yukimaro and Toka both engrossed in watching Tonodomaru on TV. Koharu brought breakfast over to the table and a delicious scent wafted through the living room.
今日も進路先を探すんだろ。家で調べたりするのか？
No, I made plans to go out with Yukimaro. He said something about our mission to help find my dream or something.
なんだそりゃ。あいつに任せて大丈夫なのか？
I like to think he has plans, but honestly, I couldn't tell at his points. I felt like things would work out in the end as long as I was with Yukimaro. For some odd reason, I wasn't so hopeful when talking to Yukimaro about my career path. I'm not sure why though.
まあ、言いたいことはわかる。
Koharu glanced at Yukimaro, who was still watching Tonodomaru. His gaze seemed to be filled with warmth and that sparked something in me. What? His gaze seemed to be filled with warmth and that sparked something in me. Thinking back on it, you and Yukimaro were friends before this, right? How long have you known him? Koharu's seemed face to twitch. His expression quickly turned to one of annoyance.
友達じゃねえ。腐れ縁だ。
Oh, really? Koharu didn't seem to like my assumption, but I didn't get the impression that he hated him. I still think those two get along at the end of the day. Koharu seemed to notice my gaze before shaking his head.
遠い昔、あいつに会ってな。でっけえ木の上で鼻歌を歌ってるのがいたんだ。
Is Seiya really connected to every single character? Big Tree, the Khalifa tree is a big tree. Humming loudly to himself, it does seem like something he would do. Was it Yukimaro?
ああ、耳障りだったから、うるせえぞ、下手くそって言ってやった。
Hitakuso. So they haven't changed a lot, huh? I guess they've always been at odds.
その後、あいつが俺に言った言葉を今でもしっかり覚えてる。
Koharu seemed lost in memories as he watched Yukimaro. His gaze seemed so warm and kind. I felt my heart glow as I watched him, but Koharu's expression abruptly changed. He then suddenly slammed the salad bowl onto the table.
あいつはこう俺に返してきたんだな。ムー、神の歌声であるぞ。下手くそと言うなら、お主が歌ってみせろ。ああ、やはり遠慮する。顔からして下手そうじゃ。耳が持っていかれかね。
I can totally picture that. I couldn't help but laugh, and I quickly realized something. Hey, wait, what did Koharu just say? I replayed his words in my head, and something jumped out at me. Wait, God? I was sure Koharu said God, and that Yukimaru claimed that he was one.
僕を呼んだですか？呼んでくれたですか？
Hello, God and ex-God. Toka, who has been watching Tonotomaru him gliding over. Oh, no, I didn't mean you, Toka. I quickly waved him off, and Toka seemed rather shocked.
僕以外の神を呼んだなんて。
I wasn't really calling for God. Toka seemed so distraught he was unable to hear me. His shoulders slumped as he floated out of the room. I feel bad now. But it didn't stop me from turning back to Koharu. Why are you being so mean to Toka? What you just said, are you telling me Yukimaru is a god?
なんだ、あいつから聞いてなかったのか。仲いいもんだから知ってると思ってたぜ。
This is the first time I'm hearing of this. Is Yukimaru still a god? Because Yukimaru had always claimed he was a guardian spirit in training, I assumed he was born a spirit. It was a simple question, but Koharu looked unexpectedly uncomfortable.
続きは本人から聞くんだな。
Koharu quickly ended the conversation and headed back to the kitchen. I had no idea Yukimaru was a god. Come to think of it, he seemed different from the guardian spirits I've heard stories about. His kimono was lavish, which made it all seem more believable. But he's currently a guardian spirit in training, right? Did Yukimaru quit being a god? Is that even possible? I had so many questions, but Koharu simply sighed, shook his head, and handed me a bowl of rice.
お前になら話してくれるんじゃねえか。なんたってユキマロのお気に入りなんだからよ。
Favorite? Koharu knew Yukimaru for a long time and had just called me Yukimaru's favorite. That kind of makes me happy. I couldn't stop a smile from forming and quickly tried to cover it with my hand.
主様。
Just as I was thinking about him, he had leapt out from behind. He hugged me and I screamed.
なんじゃ、まだ食べ終わってなかったのか。そろそろ行こうかと思ったのだが。
I guess Tonodomaru is over. I managed to peel Yukimaru, who had wrapped his arm around me, off me. I'm pretty sure this is bad for my heart. Please stop doing that. I spoke as calm as I could, and Yukimaru paused in response.
ああ、良いではないか。主様と我の仲なのだぞ。
お前な、あやかしと人間といえど男女ではあるんだぞ。お前がそういう風に考えていないのはわかる。こいつは年頃の女なんだから、もっと配慮しろ。
我だって年頃だもん。
How old are you? Coming of age? What did it even mean? I wanted to ask a question, but Yukimaru was hurrying me to finish getting ready, so I rushed to finish my breakfast. After I finished eating, I hurried to clean up and got ready to head out. I'm heading out.
小春、留守を頼むぞ。
ちょっと待て。ユキマロ、そのままで行くつもりか？こいつの隣を歩くんなら人間に化けろ。
おお、そうじゃったそうじゃった。
Yukimaru clapped his hand and immediately transformed into his human form. Well, we'll be on our way then.
ああ、ユキマロをしっかりこき使ってこい。
I flashed Koharu a wild smile and left the house with Yukimaru. The sky was clear as the air was crisp. Yukimaru stretched out his arm as though feeling liberated.
良い天気で気持ちいいの。空が綺麗じゃ。どうして空は青いのだろうな。
I have no idea, I'm not a science student. Huh? Where did that come from? The sudden shift caught me off guard.
のう、主様。知っておるか？
Nope. Something to do with the dust found in the atmosphere and the sunlight. I don't think that's...
これは違うな。
Huh? What was that?
いやいや、こちらのことだ。
Ah.
では、出発！
He's trying to like test to see what Misa's good at. To like see what field she can go into. Well, she's not going to science, that's for sure. Huh? But I was still explaining. I had no idea what was wrong. I knew I was no expert in science, but I knew the basics. Puzzled, I watched as Yukimaro kept walking, then trotting after him. I heard a familiar voice from behind and turned to find Sayaka standing there in her uniform. You're in your uniform. Are you heading to school?
大学の資料を見にね。
After the incident yesterday, I was glad to see she found her way. She looked very happy.
こちらはゆきまるさんでしたよね。
殿田丸の家族のさやか殿であったな。おはよう、良い天気じゃな。
おはようございます。朝から元気ですね。これから二人でお出かけですか？
進路のことでな。
Oh, I thought I could have Yukimaro help me guide through all of this. I hope we can both find our own path.
実はね、行きたい大学は絞ってあって。
What? Already? We only just got our new career path surveys yesterday.
興味があるところは前から見つけていてさ。って言ってもたまたまなんだけどね。
Sayaka took out her phone from her pocket and showed it to me. The screen flashed with a website of a college occult club.
オカルト関連で調べ物していた時に見つけたんだけど、このサイトよくできていてさ、私もこういう風に研究してみたいなって憧れていたんだよね。
Oh, so this is the college you're gonna pick?
サークルが目的で入学なんて馬鹿げてると思うけど、私が好きで学びたいものってこれしかないんだよね。
I knew better than anyone else how much Sayaka loved the occult. It wasn't a bad idea for her to study in college. It was very her. I actually think that suits you, Sayaka. It might be hard to convince the parents about it, though.
それは、どうしようって思ってる。まあ、なんとかなるでしょ。
Sayaka's smile betrayed not even a hint of doubt. I feel like she'll figure it all out. I'm sure you will, Sayaka, and I'm here to support you. I can't wait. Sayaka gave me a dry smile.
私も楽しみではあるんだけど、一人ぼっちの大学生活を想像するとね、まだすごく怖い。でも私には必要なことだし、いつかは通る道だから頑張る。
Sayaka. Seeing her determination, I felt as though I was going to cry.
ねえ、ミサ、昨日は本当にごめんね。私さ、あなたを聖銀大学に引っ張っていかないとって必死になっていて。でも心はモヤモヤしていて、あのおまじないでやっと気づけた。こんなことまでして私は何をやってるんだろうって。昨日あなたが来てくれて、お守りまで用意してくれて、それで目を覚ますことができた。あなたのおかげだよ。本当にありがとう。
Sayaka had been apologizing non-stop since yesterday. It was nice to finally see her smile, and she thanked me for the charm. I just wanted to see her smile. She was so kind, so bright, and so positive. That was the Sayaka I knew. You're welcome. I hope you can attend the college you truly want to go to.
私もミサを応援する。あ、そういえばミサの方はどうなの？
I still haven't decided. Oh, maybe I can ask Sayaka for advice. Do you think we'll suit me? I haven't figured out anything yet, but you know me pretty well, Sayaka. What do you think would suit me? I asked her honest opinion, and I saw Sayaka cross her arms and think.
あなたに向いてるものか。なんでも器用にこなすイメージなんだよね。運動以外は。
She sure does know me. Yukimaro, who has been listening quietly, looked at me and softly whispered to me.
主様、それは己で決めてこそなのじゃ。
Oops. Hey, there's nothing wrong in asking other people what they think for fun, okay? Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry.
主様
Sayaka looked a bit put off by that. Oh no. He has been watching too much Tonodomaru. It's rubbing off of him. You know, like the character in Tonodomaru, he calls everyone master. Yukimaro loves that show. It was a stretch, but to my surprise, Sayaka bought.
ああそういえば家臣のキャラにいたっけ雪丸さん棚田丸が好きなんですね私も小さい頃から大好きで
まあそれは本人から聞いておるさやか殿が母上に殿田丸じゃないと嫌だと言ったのであろう
Oh no, she's too stunned to speak. We actually have to get going. I'll see you at school, okay? Sayaka just stood there looking confused. I pulled Yukimaro's arm and rushed fast away from her. I pulled him along as we ran. If we made it this far, we should be okay. I stopped to catch my breath and then glared at Yukimaro. Seriously, could you not act so weird? What do you mean he told you?
そのままである殿田丸に昨日聞いたまで我は動物の言葉がわかるのでな
You really have an incredible power. Actually, it did seem like they were having a conversation yesterday. I figured he was just joking around, but he actually talked to him.
まあ特殊かもしれん他のあやかしにはできまいて
Other spirits can't do it. Then it made him seem to be more divine. He can read auras too. That doesn't seem like a normal skill either.
しかし主様は走るのが遅いの運動は違うか
Hearing him say that made me wonder something. Before, when I was talking about Sky, you said I wasn't right. Why?
主様が好きなものを気で探っておるのだ母上に言うたであろう
Oh.
若いうちは興味のある分野の学問を学び友との青春を楽しみいろいろな経験を積むのがいい
What I'm interested in. He was trying to find my potential, just like he was freeing my aura in various situations. I guess I should have figured that he would do something like that.
主様もそういう未来を願ったと言うておったではないかだから学ぶ分野を探すための今日なのだ
You're right. Yukimaro always thinks about me first. More than that, he remembers what I told my mother. Yukimaro seemed to remember everything.
大学をいくら調べいくら資料を見ても学ぶ分野しか書かれていないのなら今の主様には無意味
Yukimaro, can you be my therapist? I need you to tell me what I'm interested in.
主様に必要なのはさまざまなものに触れ疑問や興味を抱くこともっと学びたいという意欲が見つかるように
I was at a loss for words. Yukimaro's absolutely right. All this time, I've only done research on college majors and course content. I never considered whether they were subject or activity I would actually want to pursue. Yukimaro seems to understand what I really need. Honestly, the fact that Koharu called Yukimaro a god doesn't feel a bit surprising anymore. Yukimaro, you're like a god. The word almost slipped out, but I stopped myself. I need to focus on myself right now. After all, Yukimaro has been putting me first and helping me figure out my career path.
主様大丈夫かの
Yes, I'm fine. Let's get going.
さ
As we set out, Yukimaro naturally took my
い
hand.
ざ主様の自分探しへ
It's kind of embarrassing when you shout like that.
なんじゃ良いではないか気合が入ったであろう
Maybe you're right. Though it was still a little embarrassing with Yukimaro, things just felt different. I'm happy to have someone take my hand like this. Someone who helped me find my path forward. With Yukimaro, I felt confident that I could find a life I truly wanted. The warmth in his hand was comforting. Overwhelmed with happiness, I gripped his hand tighter, and Yukimaro glanced down at me.
主様、急にそのようにされると心が跳ねるではないか。
Mine already did. You're such a dependable spirit, Yukimaro. Trying to hide my feelings about him seems pointless. I shared exactly how I felt, and suddenly, Yukimaro just blinked silently back at me.
意味が分かって言っておるのではないな。
No, I know what I said.
これは参った。天然物か。
Huh? What do you mean? I asked for clarification, but Yukimaro remained silent. He only offered me a kind, reassuring smile. No, I know what I said. Together we decided I might get a better idea of what I want to do by exploring myself in a diverse range of people and things. With that decision made, we arrived at the nearby train station surrounded by various shops and activities. There was a library, an office with documents dating back to Narimigahama's history. We searched through the place. Sorry, nothing really stands out to me. Despite having wandered through various places, nothing really seems to make an impression. Nothing truly captures my interest, nor did anything seems appealing enough for me to want to delve further into. I really thought changing my perspective on this would help. I was visibly disappointed, and Yukimaro gave my shoulder a comforting tap.
なーに、一日で見つかるとは思っておらぬ。そう落ち込むでな。
Huh? Yukimaro seems to have spotted something of interest and paused in the middle of the conversation. I followed his gaze to a vibrant poster of the shopping mall's wall.
なんと、これは美味しそうじゃ。
Oh, I see. It was a poster for a cafe that recently opened in the shopping mall, showcasing a variety of adorable parfaits. It's almost lunchtime and I'm starting to feel hungry. Yukimaro, it's time for lunch. How about we head back home? We weren't too far away, and after eating lunch at home, we could set out again. Despite my suggestion, Yukimaro remained captivated by the parfait on the poster. He wanted to be craving a parfait. I quickly considered how much I had in my wallet. I still had some money left. Yukimaro had been such a great help to me, it only felt right to treat him. If I'm going to treat him, I'd rather he taking someone somewhere I know it's really good. I knocked Yukimaro back to reality with a tug on his sleeve. He turned to look back at me. There's a place I actually recommend more than this one. Let's go there.
良いのか?
Finally, Yukimaro turned his gaze away from the poster and grabbed onto my hand. I am sure. He got so close, I instinctively took a step back. It's like he acts on nothing but instincts. How come he's not embarrassed getting so close? Well, he is the guardian spirit in training. His only goal is to bring me joy.
我の主様が主様でよかったのじゃ。
Well, it's just a parfait. It's not a big deal. Stop trying to butter me up.
大げさではないのだ。でも、本当に良いのか? 我は人間のお金は持ち合わせておらぬが。
It's fine. I've been wanting to treat you to something anyways. You've been such a big help. I honestly told him how I felt, and Yukimaro suddenly started to quiver. Huh? What's the matter?
我にそのようにしてくれるなんて。
Pause. Don't try to be like Seiya. It seems my words deeply affected him. He's so sincere. This expression is really cute though. I really love that about him. Oh, wait, but it's not like a romantic love, right? Right?
主様、どうしたのだ?
Nothing. Let's just keep going. I pulled Yukimaro's hand and decided to take him to my favorite cafe. We took a seat by the window and ordered 2 parfaits Yukimaro had his eyes on. The parfaits were always affordable but very delicious and beautifully crafted. If I'm going to treat him to something, I want it to be really good. After about 10 minutes, our eagerly awaited parfait arrived, delighting both Yukimaro and
ご
me.
ゆっくりどうぞ。
The parfait was overflowing with vibration of ruby red strawberries and a generous topping with fresh made whipped cream. It was my favorite dessert, and I made sure Yukimaro would love it. Seeing the colorful parfait in front of him, Yukimaro's eyes sparkled as he firmly grasped the spoon with trembling hands.
なんと色鮮やかなことよ。見事じゃ。このようなものを食す日が来ようとは。
Are you really that impressed by it?
感動せずにいられるものか。今日この日を永遠に忘れぬ。
With that declaration of joy, Yukimaro returned his gaze to his parfait.
この山盛りのクリーム、まるで雪景色じゃ。ワクワクが止まらぬ。この胸の高鳴り、どうしてくれようか。
Yukimaro's over-the-top reaction to the parfait made me chuckle, and I could see his enthusiasm was genuine. There's ice cream inside. It's gonna melt, so why don't we dig in?
では、実食じゃ。
I don't think I've ever had a parfait before. I don't think I've ever had one before. This is my sign. The next time. But everything in Australia is so expensive. Maybe when I go back to Taiwan. Or when I go to Japan next. Yukimaro nodded with gusto and plunged his spoon into the parfait. He meticulously scooped up whipped cream and savored with an air of elegance. I mirrored him, taking a spoonful for myself. This is happiness. So good.
甘美なるクリームが我の中で舞い踊る。このような幸せな心地になる。幸福を運ぶ座敷わらしも白旗を振ってしまう勢いじゃ。
Is this some kind of food review? His commentary was so enthusiastic he could make a food critic blush. He relished bite after bite, his bliss unmistakable. The couple next to us noticed and began whispering. Concerned we might be causing a disturbance, I tensed as they summoned the server.
すみません。隣の人と同じパフェをください。
I guess watching someone enjoy their meal so much makes you want to have the same thing. Yukimaro, oblivious to the couple's order, continued savoring his dessert. I found it amusing that I started laughing.
突然どうしたというのじゃ。
Because it's so funny. It's never boring when I'm with you, Yukimaro.
よくわからぬが、主様が楽しいのならよきじゃ。
Yukimaro continued to enjoy his parfait, his comment as plentiful as whipped cream. Feeling a bit embarrassed by his enthusiasm, I hurried to finish my own parfait. I finished paying and we both stepped outside. Yukimaro looked at me and bowed
美
deeply.
味なるものを地層になって感謝する。
Consciously. You're very, very, very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much. Seeing him so happy made me happy too. I couldn't stop the smile from forming on my lips. Yukimaro clasped his hand over his chest, his eyes shimmering as he did so.
はあ、ミサ殿は最高じゃな。大好きであるぞ。
That was like a jump scare! Yukimaru tried to hug me, but I thought he rushed closer.
釣れないの。
But because Yukimaro might not think much of it, but it was different for me. When he got so close, I felt shy, but I couldn't help but to get wrapped up in the feeling. And he said he loved me, and he used my name. I reckon I probably don't know what that means to me, so I shouldn't read too much into it. Yukimaro only said that because I treated him to parfait. Still, things felt strange since last night. I've become so aware of Yukimaro. I wonder if that means my feeling for Yukimaro start changing. But I can't. I can't think of him out that way, knowing that someday we'll have to say goodbye. As I mulled over these thoughts, Yukimaro's expression suddenly shifted.
主
Stop reading my aura.
まさか我を意識して。
Oh, that's right. You can read my aura. No, you can't. Please, you shouldn't do that. Don't read my aura.
そう強がらなくても良いのだぞ、ミサトの。
His smile wasn't innocent. It looked like he had something else to say, and that annoyed me. Am I the only one feeling stressed about and out of the place? Don't touch me on my name anymore. When I said that, Yukimaro looked so shocked he nearly stumbled backwards.
なんでじゃ、小早十日殿には許しているくせに。
The voice! You can tell that he's further away because like the voice is smaller. Even like it's more quiet, but you can tell that he's yelling. No, I haven't told them it's okay either. They just do it on their own. And more to the point, I don't feel like anything when they do it. It's because it's you, Yukimaro. I can't handle it.
じゃあ我も勝手にするのだ。
No, I said no to only you.
あれだけ。
Why did I care?
くっつくし呼ぶのだ。なんと言われようと我も。
お前ら何をギャーギャー騒いでいる。
I turned in a panic to see Koharu dressed in his Western clothing.
だってミサ殿が。
Yukimaro pounded and complained like a child. I hurried to intervene. Oh, it's nothing. We're just disagreeing about something. That's all. Unlike Yukimaro, who was making a fuss, Koharu seems uninterested as he turned to me.
なんでもいいけどよ。ミサ、ちゃんと昼飯は食ったのか？
ミサって今ミサって名前で。
Gosh, Yukimaro, quiet down.
うるさい。ちゃんと。
As for my lunch, Koharu, it wasn't really a meal, but I did eat.
なんだそりゃ。ちゃんと食わないと頭回らねえぞ。
Koharu patted my head as he said that.
俺小春、そんな風にして触れるでない。
あ？何言ってやがる。いつもしてるだろうが。なあミサ。
Although I didn't want to respond, I nodded yes. That sent Yukimaro into even deeper frenzy as he crumbled to the floor. This isn't what I wanted.
なんだ？このジメジメしたカビみてえなのが。とりあえず一旦家に帰るぞ。昼飯を作ってやる。
Okay, thank you. Hey, Yukimaro, let's head home now. No! I don't wanna! I called out to him and he merely pouted, looked away and stood up. Seeing him like that pained my heart. It's not my fault. I knew I'd hurt him, but I couldn't compromise on some things. I didn't want him to be my aura, especially when he could see my feelings towards him. And so, without resolving much of anything, we headed home. I'm tired of this man. Upon our return, Koharu began preparing lunch. I offered to help, but he insisted he enjoyed cooking and preferred to do it himself. Koharu's cooking was always delicious, so I was glad he was making lunch, but for some reason, I felt guilty about it. I wish I could at least do something to help. I took out the plates and glanced over to find Yukimaro sitting on a sofa. He stared at TV, lost in thought. It's like his soul is gone.
ありゃダメだな。仕方ねえ。午後からは俺が付き合ってやる。
Koharu had noticed Yukimaro's pathetic state, offering his support. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, Toka appeared.
僕もです。僕も手伝うです。
While it was generous of them to offer, I wasn't really in the mood to go out with all of them. Thank you both. I really appreciate that. I glanced at Yukimaro again, and he still seemed oblivious to our conversation. Normally, Yukimaro would jump in and declare, "That's my role!" I sighed loudly and felt kind of lonely. I was the one who started the argument, so I felt wrong to have this kind of feeling.
遠慮するのはダメですよ。僕はあなたを手伝える時が来るのを待っていた
want to go with them. I really don't want to go. Wait, did I read that right? I really don't want to go with them. That came out so blunt. I was like, whoa. Despite my thought, I didn't want to dismiss Toka's offer of help either. I explained how Yukimaro was helping me discover what I liked. The two of them suggested we try visiting another location in the afternoon. I felt guilty and couldn't stop thinking about Yukimaro. In the afternoon, we visited various places around town. The sun had set by the time we returned. Toka was summoned away by someone, and he had to leave midway. As I walked behind Koharu, I sighed. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard you came all the way to help me. I was deeply grateful for his sentiment. What am I doing, letting myself get so wrapped up into personal stuff? I felt so bad that I couldn't even look at him in the eye. Yukimaro was always smiling and full of energy. I never seen him so quiet. Seeing him in the days like that was unusual. It was the first time for me. What should I do? As I thought of all of this, I saw my sister at the crosswalk. Hi, how was your day? You're off early. What's up?
やっとディスプレイが完成してさ。ここのところずっと遅かったから、今日は特別に早上がりってわけ。
I did notice sis has been coming home really late this past few weeks.
こちらの方は？
Oh, this is Koharu. We recently met.
男の知り合いね。
Boy. My sister stared him down, making Koharu flinch.
この子の姉の翼です。それで妹とはどこでどうやって知り合ったんですか？
Before she gets the wrong idea, I need to find a way to play this off. He showed me around the open college campus tour.
で、今日はどうして？
Well, that's Tsubasa for you. Unlike Sayaka, who casually accepts anything, my sister wanted all the details. I was about to elaborate when Koharu interrupted. Huh? I looked up at Koharu. Koharu? He didn't just play it off or lie. He was serious. He was serious as he met my sister's gaze. I felt deeply grateful for him.
そうでしたか。妹がお世話になりました。これからも相談に乗ってやってください。あなたのような人がいてよかった。
Kiss. They want what's best for me. Their sentiment warmed my heart. Oh, thank you for today. As I saw Koharu off, my sister looked and appeared content.
なるほどね。あの人、小春さんだったか。
Huh?
ほら、前に母さんと喧嘩して、あんたが家を飛び出した時、あんた、さやかじゃない人に話を聞いてもらったって言ってただろ？
Oh. But honestly, I'm okay now. I found someone to confide in.
でも、あんたしかいなかったじゃん。あ、さやかにでも電話したのか？
No, it's someone new I can talk to. I told him a lot and it helped me calm down. Come to think of it, she's right.
あの人がそうなんだろ？
Yes, him and one other person. Yukimaro.
そっか。
We don't care about
どんな
Toka.
人なんだろうなって気になってたから、会えてよかったよ。小春さんなら大丈夫そうだな。まだ挨拶程度だからわからないけどさ。
Yeah, he and the other person are both very dependable. Hearing that, my sister gave a warm smile. I don't have to bear anything alone. I have so many people ready to support me. Koharu, Toka, and Yukimaro. Yukimaro, I wonder if he's feeling better now. Probably not, huh? I realized that merely giving him space wouldn't be enough for him to forgive me. It wasn't that simple. When I get home, I need to apologize. I didn't want things to stay awkward between us. I need to adjust my attitude. I should try not to see him in a romantic way. It would be tough, but I figured it would be okay since my feelings for him were so new. Whether my feelings for him were romantic or not, I couldn't tell, but I feel like I might have been starting to fall for him. What's wrong with the little secret crush? With all of that, I returned home with my sister. Since Mom came home early that day, we all enjoyed a meal together. After getting home, I was concerned about how Yukimaro and looked for him, but he was nowhere to be found. I wonder where he went. I was anxious something might have happened. After dinner, I decided to search for Yukimaro outside.
そうだ、さっき言い忘れてた。出来上がったディスプレイ見に来いよ。進路決めの休憩がてらにさ。いいだろ、母さん。
Oh, this might be the last time this topic came up.
ちょっと翼、あまりミサを振り回さないでちょうだい。
Back then, she had scolded my sister and looked so angry. I fearfully stole a glance at Mom, but instead of becoming mad, she offered a sad smile.
いいんじゃないかしら。あまり根を詰めても仕方ないのだしね。
A pang of guilt hit my heart. But according to both Toka and Yukimaro, Mom is...
昨夜と先ほどの母上の表情。あれはあなたの思っているようなものではない。目に見えるものが全てではない。母上の言葉を覚えておるだろう。お主がお主自身で切り開けるよう願っていた。相手を思うあまり考えすぎていけない。素直に捉えていいこともあるのだぞ。
What's really going through Mom's mind? Is she sad? Is she not? I need to figure this out. Hey, Mom, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. I decided to press on even though I was nervous. It's about my career path. Are you really okay with me deciding for myself? Mom's expression turned sorrowful as she pondered, searching for the right
あ
words.
なた自身で自由に決めてほしい。信じてもらえないかもしれないけれど、今は心からそう思っているわ。私はあなたが自分のことを考える時間を奪ってしまった。
I sighed deeply, seemingly come to a decision, and turned to look at both me and my sister.
実はね、お父さんに叱られてしまったの。こんなこと言っても信じてくれないだろうけれど、
We're getting father-in-law?
お父さんがね、夢枕に立ったのよ。
What?
夢枕って父さんが会いに来たってこと？
Seeing my mother nod, both my sister and I were lost for words. Before, I wouldn't have believed her, but now, given everything I've seen, I totally believe her. After all, I too had interacted with spirits and God.
お父さんにね、こう言われたの。あの子の好きにさせてやりなさいって。
Dad, hearing her say that, I said a silent prayer. Thank you, Dad. You really are watching over me, aren't you? Then why hasn't he appeared in any other routes where we became a ghost? Or spirit? I guess, like, especially in the urban legends, like, he could have appeared. Come on, Dad.
私、そういう話は信じてないんだよね。幽霊とか心霊現象とかさ。で、母さんの話は信じられる。
He said that with a big smile. Me too. I believe you too. Mom seems relieved to hear us say that, offering us a small smile in return. I realized I might have taken a bit of courage to share that with us.
ミサ、そして翼も。お母さんに付き合わせてしまって辛かったわよね。
Her smile was melancholic, and I suddenly felt like I understood everything. Mom looked so sad because she felt guilty.
って言われても、私は我が道を進めてるし。
Trying to lighten the mood, my sister spoke with her casual smile, making us all laugh.
あとはあんただね。今日も進路の相談に乗ってもらってたみたいだけど。ほら、さっきの小春さん。
Oh, right. But it's not just Koharu.
あら、雪丸さんに相談しているんじゃなかったかしら？
Yes, both of them are helping me.
雪丸。そっちはまだ会ったことないな。母さんはあるの？
ええ、あるわ。雪丸さんはミサのことをとても考えてくれている人よ。
へえ、そうなのか。でも小春さんも親身になって相談に乗ってくれてる感じがしてさ。てか、小春さんって何気にいい男だったよな。たくましくて包容力がありそうっていうの？
Sorry, we're not in his route. What? Why are you checking him out?
そりゃそうだろうが。妹のそばにいる男なんだぞ。もしかしたら関係が進むかもしれないじゃん。
Well, that will never happen with Koharu.
まったく翼ったら進路の相談に乗ってくれている方よ。いい男なのは関係ないでしょ。
At least mom gets it.
まあでもどんな方なのか親として気になることだし、一度お母さんにも会わせなさい。
Whose route are we on? Mom? Just as I finished yelling.
みんな小春がいいのか。
Huh? Where did Yukimaro get back? Yukimaro, in his spirit form, screamed out loud and then ran out of the living room. Seriously? He just came home too! I told mom and sis I needed to make an important phone call and ran out of the house. Yukimaro already managed to run ahead, yet somehow I managed to keep up. I nearly lost sight of him multiple times, but I desperately continued on. Eventually, I caught up to him. Yukimaro was sitting on the stairs as he let out a bit long sigh. Yukimaro? I called out to him, making him jump, but he doesn't look my way. Feeling a pang in my heart, I suddenly sat down beside him. You're still mad at me, huh?
怒ってんなどいないのだ。ただ、主様がわからぬので混乱しておる。
This is all my fault. Knowing I was the source of his confusion, I realized I need to explain things to him. But I hesitated, wondering if I should be honest. No, I have to tell him or he won't understand. I made up my mind to tell him the truth. Whenever you call me by my name, it stirs something in my heart. I mean, you usually call me Master. Yukimaro's head tilted curiously, and I shyly met his gaze.
どちらがいいのだ？主様なのか、それともミサ殿なのか。
Which do I prefer? I hadn't given it much thought. Master would keep things between us the same. Yet being called by my name made me fluster. It was a particular feeling, unsettling yet sweet. But even so, I replied, albeit softly. Maybe I think I like it if you call me by my name. This is so embarrassing. Unable to meet Yukimaro's eyes, I looked down. Acknowledging that only made me realize how much I cared about him. How was he going to take this? Finally, I dared to look up at him. It looks like I just kicked a puppy. No! I just kicked a dog! His cheek seems to be a little pink. I immediately looked away, my heart thundering in my ears. I just decided I would try to keep this from him. If I look at him now, I'll get my hopes up.
それならミサ殿と呼ばせてもらうのだ。
Yo, then what happened in the drama CD? Why are you back to calling us master? Yukimaro smiled, appearing bashful. Seeing his smile made my heart tighten. I noticed him reach out his hands towards me as he gently patted me by my head, stroking my hair. It was such a simple gesture, yet I reacted strongly, my shoulders jolting. I could only imagine how red my face was.
これくらいの触れ合いなら良いであろう。
It was the first time he ever considered my feelings like that. It showed me how much he cared for me. That alone made my heart beat faster. I timidly nodded, and Yukimaro's face relaxed, looking relieved.
我はそなたにくっつくたび胸がポカポカするのじゃ。
ポカポカするじゃ。
日だまりのように暖かく優しい空気をまとっておるからだろうか。
He met my gaze directly, his eyes filled with kindness. I felt surprised around you. You always do it so silently. Yukimaro looked as though he was in deep thought. He then clasped his hands as if struck by an idea.
では宣言すればよいのだな。これからくっつくぞと。
What? Yukimaro seems really pleased with the idea and seems to adopt it immediately. He won't change the fact that I'll still be nervous even after he warns me. Yukimaro didn't seem to mind me being lost in thought as he moved to sit one step above me. Yo, you didn't ask, bro. Ah, that's cute. Being gently hugged from behind, my heart raced. His arm easily wrapped around me, hiding my awareness of him as a man. I was so overwhelmed, I thought I might faint, but I couldn't bring myself to push him away. Yukimaro, you're laughing too much. While I was tense, Yukimaro laughed joyously. It eased my anxiety. So pretty.
嬉しくて仕方ないのじゃ。ようやくそなたとこうしていられてな。離れている時が永遠に感じたのだぞ。
You're exaggerating. Although I dismissed him, I shared his feelings. His absence made me uneasy and lonely, which was why this moment brought me so much joy. His presence was always uplifting, and I loved how honest he was about his feelings with me. Okay, so I needed to be honest with him, okay. Maybe I really do like Yukimaro.
気持ちをもっと隠した方が良いのか。小春のように。
Don't pull a Akashi. Huh? Koharu?
そなたもだが、姉上も母上も小春を大層気に入っている様子だったから、負けていられぬ。
I guess that's why he heard in the living room before really bothered him. You don't have to worry about Koharu at all. It's hard to explain, but because it's you, my feelings got all mixed up. While Koharu was important to me as someone who supported me, this feeling was different. I'm just not good at explaining this. I wish I could better express to Yukimaro how I felt about him. As I was struggling to find the right words, Yukimaro started laughing.
なるほど。我だから胸がざわめくということじゃな。
Can you not say it like that? Please stop.
そなたはわがままじゃのう。だが、そうしてくれた方がいい。これからは隠さずに見せてくれ。そなたの感情や気持ちがどんなものであれ、我は受け止めよう。
Yukimaru.
昼間のようなことはもうこりごりじゃ。そなたとはこうしていたいからの。
I feel the same way. I know we're going to part ways someday, which is why I hesitated to express myself. At least, that's how I felt before. I wanted to accept Yukimaro's offer.
リサ殿、約束をくれぬか。我の前では素直でいると。
As I heard his request, my wavering feelings began to solidify. I promise. Yukimaru grip tightened and he pulled me even closer. I didn't know how much longer we would have together, but at least we had these moments. We continued our embrace, confirming our feelings for each other under the starry night sky. And then sent us off in the distance. We're like, wow! What the hell is that? Boing. Chapter 6. For some reason, I'm getting bug bites when I'm in my room. Why is this happening? We returned back home. I sat back down at the dining table and reflected on my conversation with Yukimaro. I'm glad we made up. I reminisced about our time at the beach. I felt a little embarrassed, but more than anything, I felt happy. Opening up to him brought me joy. But can I really continue to be honest with him? I felt shy and wondered if I would be able to stay honest with him. I wonder where Yukimaro went. Before we arrived home, Yukimaro mentioned that he had something he wanted to do and ran off somewhere. I'm sure he'll be back soon. I'll take a bath after I finish eating. After my bath, I went back to my room and began preparing for school the next day. Then I heard a knock at my door. One sec. I opened the door and saw Yukimaro there. I smiled bright. Yukimaro looked troubled, causing my smile to tighten. Yes, of course. Come in. I led Yukimaro into my room and waited for him to speak.
実はさっきまで今日のことをいろいろ考えていたのだが気になったことがあっての。
Yukimaro paused, gathering his courage before continuing.
昼間はあのようなことがあって伝えられずにいたのだが、ミサ殿は甘いものに関することで良い気を放っておったのだ。
A positive aura? I tilted my head, puzzled. He said he was going to watch my aura to find out what interests me. It's true I love desserts and they make me really happy, but especially the parfaits at the cafe, which makes sense I will have a good aura then. Do you think desserts might have something to do with what I should do?
その通りじゃ。あのような気を放つそなたを見たのは初めてだったのでな。
I see. If Yukimaro felt so strongly about it, maybe I should trust him?
我は思ったのだ。もしやミサ殿は
Yukimaro looked so earnest, I tensed. Wait.
フードファイターへの道が良いのかもしれん。
Excuse me? Is he joking? His expression looks so serious though.
ほれ、テレビでやってるだろう。ガツガツと気持ちよいほどに食べる競技じゃ。
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't see myself doing that. I mean, I like sweet as much as the next person, but it's not like I eat that much. There's no way I'm becoming a competitive eater.
違ったかの
Yukimaro seems disappointed. I don't really love that he picked that career for me, but suddenly all my attention dissipated. I appreciate Yukimaro thinking about my future so seriously. But come on, a competitive eater? The idea grew funnier the moment I thought about it. I was struggling to hold back the laughter when Kohara and Toka suddenly showed up.
フードファイターってお前
未だ見習いなのがようやく分かったです。ゆきまろさん、ちょっとずれてるですね。
な甘いもの好きってのからどうしてそうなるんだよ。普通に考えたらパティシエとかだろ。
A pastry chef?
我だって真剣に考えたんだもん。
Yukimaro pondered, visibly upset, but Kohara remained unfazed by his reaction. A pastry chef? I do love sweets. They're my little moments of peace. Whenever I'm sitting down at a nice dessert, I feel so at ease.
しかし、なんで今更なんだ。こいつが甘いもん食ってるのは今日が初めてじゃないだろ。
That's a good point.
それが我にも分からなくての。何か特別なものでもあるのかとさっきもあの喫茶店に行ってきたのだ。
So that's where he went off to. I was so happy when I realized he had gone all the way back to the cafe for me.
喫茶店ってミサさんが子供の頃からお気に入りのところですか？
Exactly. How did you know?
それはそうです。僕はあなたの
ストーカーだったのであろう。分かっておるのじゃ。
Don't say
我だ
that!
ってこれからは負けじとストーキングするのだ。
Please don't say that.
あの喫茶店は特別な思い入れのある場所なんです。だからいつもより気が重くなったんだと思うです。
pretty good point. We usually go there as a family.
話してくれんか？そなたにとってあの喫茶店がどういう場所なのかを。
Sure, I don't mind. I added a little site and then opened up to everyone. I have memories of my whole family at the cafe. Back when my dad was still alive, sometimes just the two of us would go out for a walk there. He let me order whatever I wanted for
お
dessert.
父さんはいつものパフェにするけど、ミサは何がいいかな？
I take some of yours, so I'll get juice.
またほとんど食べられちゃうな。
I loved when Dad fed me as I sat next to him, so I always used that as an excuse.
まあでも、ミサの幸せそうに食べる顔が見られれば、それでお腹いっぱいになるからいいか。
My time with Dad was short, which made that face even more special to me. My food is frozen. Yay. Oh. Oh. No. I guess it was it's the same with the parfait too. After Dad was hospitalized, Mom often took us to the cafe after we visited him in the hospital. Even as a kid, I sensed that the health was slowly fading. On our way home, I'd often become sad and withdrawn. Whenever my mom and my sister saw my sister and I like that, she would always say, "Let's go eat something sweet," and take us to the cafe.
ミサはここのパフェが大好きね。毎回それなんだから。
Well, it makes me happy. It feels like Dad's with me. The parfait makes me feel closer to him. Maybe that's why it became so special to me.
それじゃあ、お母さんもそうしようかしら。私も
After Dad was hospitalized, Mom always seemed sad, and did my sister. The only time we smiled was at the cafe. The little happiness we found there meant everything to me. After I shared my story, Yukimaro took my hand.
そのような場所に案内してくれて心から嬉しく思う。
I just want to see you smile too, Yukimaro.
僕も行きたかった。
Then let's all go together next time. You'll come too, right, Koharu?
ああ、楽しみにしている。
わーい、楽しみだな。
We haven't even gone to the cafe yet, and we're already they're all smiles.
お、そうじゃ。あそこで働いてみるのはどうだ？
What? Like a part-time job?
そうじゃ。興味が湧いてくるやもしれん。
You say that, but I can't really picture that I'd be interested in. I haven't made anything sweet since I baked cookies for Sayaka in middle school. And I never worked part-time before.
わからぬから働いてみるのだ。何事も挑戦。
His encouraging words nudged me forward. The idea of working part-time was daunting, but it was no reason not to try. And besides, there was one time I visited the cafe alone, and the owner suggested the same thing to me.
そうだ、よかったらさ、うちでバイトしてみない？君が来てくれたら助かるよ。このお店を熟知している人だからね。
I couldn't imagine working back then, so I turned him down. But now, you see, the owner of the cafe once asked if I'd like to work there part-time.
おお、ちょうどいいではないか。
そうだな。可能性があるなら飛び込んでみるのも悪くないだろう。
ですです。それに誘われていたなら合格間違いなしです。
I'll talk to my mom about it then. It's a school policy that we get parental approval before we start part-time work. I'm assuming that's the same everywhere. Okay, I guess if people are from like a pretty abusive home, then they can't do. Koharu, Toka, and Yukimaru smile when I share my decision with them. Their support boosted my confidence.
線は急げ。思い立ったが吉日じゃ。
You're right. I'll go speak with her now. Leaving them in my room, I made my way to the living room. When I reached the living room, I saw Mom sitting on a sofa, deeply engrossed in watching whatever was on TV. Oh, maybe it's another Korean drama. Watching Korean drama was one of Mom's hobbies. With her late nights and early mornings, it was rare for her to be able to watch shows live. She recorded them, then binge-watched them whenever she found some spare time. I knew how much she looked forward to these moments. This is her time to relax. I hate to disturb her. Still, Yukimaro advised me to seize up the moment, so I was eager to discuss it immediately. But if she's listened to her drama, she might have the day off tomorrow or a late shift. Maybe I should just talk to her tomorrow.
Misa, ちょっと来て。
She noticed me before I could leave and motioned for me to sit next to her on the couch. What is it?
これこれ。
I walked up to her and she giggled. She picked up the plate on the table with a delicious-looking piece of chocolate cake on top.
今日職場でいただいたのよ。一つしかないからこっそり食べようかなって思っていたのだけれど。
There was only one and she was gonna eat it herself.
甘いものに目がないあなたに見つかってしまっては半分こにするしかないわね。
You're not gonna shove it to Casa? Please. Though she faked disappointment, she seems happy that she has someone to share the cake with. You're the one who called me over, Mom. But it's true, I did catch you. I'd love to split it with you. Happy as I was at the surprise piece of cake, I was even happier that she invited me over to sit with her. I quickly grabbed the plate and fork from the kitchen and sat beside her. Then carefully divided the cake, giving me the slightly bigger piece. As she did so, she gave me a knowing smile.
一人でこっそり食べるよりもこうして誰かと分け合って食べる方がずっと美味しいでしょ。
I totally agree.
そうだ、あなたも見る？まだ始まったばかりのドラマだから今から見てもわかると思う。
Maybe I'll watch it in a little bit. I enjoy dramas too, but more importantly, I wanted to spend the time with my mom. Lately, the tension between us were high, and having the opportunity to spend time with her warmed my heart.
あなた、昔から甘いものが大好きよね。
She probably thinks I'm just happy because of the cake.
ほら、あの近所の喫茶店、あそこに行くときなんて飛び上がるほど喜んで、決まってパフェを頼むのよね。
Well, yeah, the parfaits are the best. Her mention of the cafe was perfect. Seeing an opportunity, I set my plate down on the table and turned to face her. I think I want to talk to you about that. I get this might sound kind of naive, but, well, you know how much I love desserts and sweet things. So I thought, I don't know, maybe I could do something related to that? She looked surprised, but set her plate down and gave me her full attention.
それは盲点だったわ。確かにあなたの好きなものってそうよね。それならパティシエ方面ということかしら。
I was bracing for her to dismiss the idea. However, hearing her consider it, or at least take it seriously, meant the whole world to me. This is so different from the career in medicine she envisioned for me. And like how she suggests the idea of me becoming a pastry chef. I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I want to explore what interests me. So I thought about starting a part-time shop at a cafe. You might be upset about me getting a job now, but
そんなことないわ。
my mom swiftly interrupted me, her tone firm. Her gaze was kind but direct, leaving me speechless.
何かをやるのに時期なんて関係ないのよ。例えば1年後に進路が定まっていなくてもいいの。自分の道を見定める時間に期限なんてないと。
Mom, she spoke as though she was fully at peace. Her support wasn't out of guilt or resignation. It seems as though she genuinely wanted me to find my own way. Because of what we went through in the past, my heart felt unbelievably full, and I wanted to cry.
やってみなさい。あなたの好きなように自由にね。
She then reached out, gently stroking my hair. Thank you. Her touch brought tears to my eyes. Emotions I tried to bottle up were coming out.
ちょっと泣かないで。お母さんももらい泣きしちゃうじゃない。
Mom chuckled, and her eyes started glistening with tears.
お礼を言うのはお母さんの方よ。
anything, it was the way my mom raised me. Despite all of our challenges, I am who I am because of her. There was so much I wanted to tell her, but I found myself unable to do so. Seeing me on the verge of tears again, she cheerfully shifted the mood.
ほら、食べてしまいましょう。それと、テレビ。
Definitely. After wiping my tears, I looked down at the piece of cake and noticed something odd. Yukimaro! Why does it look like there's a bite missing? Just as I thought, Yukimaro appeared, smiling with a bit of chocolate on his lips. You! I was about to shout at him, but managed to stop myself.
どうしたの？ケーキに何か入っていた？
No, nothing. My son stopped my mom puzzle and she quickly brushed it off, returning to her cake. I hadn't noticed that Yukimaru had taken the seat next to me and had happily munched away at my cake. Well, what is this? I'm sandwiched between Mom and Yukimaru. Because I was in front of my mom, I knew I couldn't confront Yukimaru directly. I glared at him, suddenly mouthing, "What are you doing?"
我もミサ殿と同じく甘いものが大好物での母上のご商売に預かった次第。
Seriously? Mom offered to have a cake to beat, not you, Yukimaru! I shouted the words internally, but Yukimaru paid no mind. No, he will pay mine when he read my aura. Good. I fell under my breath as my mom took another bite of the cake.
あら、このケーキすごく美味しいわ。ミサはどう？
Definitely, it's great. I haven't even had a bite yet. Seeing as there was an obvious bite out of the cake, I couldn't claim I hadn't tried it.
なかなかに便利である。あのパフェには負けるかな。どれ、もう一口。
I saw his hand reaching over towards my fork and slapped it away.
あら、もしかして虫でもいた？
Mom asked, noticing me swatting at the air. Yeah, a very big bug.
やだわ。帰ってきて換気で窓を開けた時に入ってきたのかしら。
Mom looked so worried while Yukimaru seemed shocked.
虫我を虫というなんてひどすぎるのである。
No, a bug would have taken a smaller bite of my cake.
ねえ、まだ飛んでる？
No worries, I took care of it. Let's get back to our cake and drama. I smiled and finally took a bite out of my cake. You're right, this is delicious. Yukimaru looked up at me, but I shrugged him off. I had to be vigilant around him. Yukimaru was right though. As delicious as it was, the cake couldn't beat this cafe's parfait. Still, it was tasty to bring a smile to my face.
まあよいか。そなたの笑顔で腹がいっぱいだからの。
Yukimaru smiled warmly at my heart as my mom continued to talk about the drama. Yeah? Okay, we're gonna finish. 等一下! Gonna finish this. Yukimaru smiled warmly at my heart as my mom continued talking about the drama I happily listened. I enjoyed the moment with her. Okay, dinner time. I don't know if I'll get to finish it the next time I stream. So, yeah. Also, I bought Jack Genie when it was on sale, huh? So I might stream it in the future. Still playing Battle Fellows. I'm not going to risk streaming even if Tempest